Let's take the people inside the locker room. Inside the locker room. This is a really important story. It happened yesterday. I'm going to tell you. Never told anyone the story before, but it happened. So Deebo Samuel wanted to do his interview, which is gracious. Do it on a Monday. Thank you so much. He was there. Media's told, hey, Deebo's ready. We all run over to his locker, and he's standing there, so professional. There's a hoop right by his locker, and other people who aren't doing media are shooting. And Deebo, maybe he's just having some fun, or he's a little nervous, and he says, I want to shoot one. Pass me the ball. Give me one shot before the media comes. Give me one shot before the media comes. And he sees me walking over, and I don't know if John Feliciano had the ball or something. And Deebo says, hit Grant with it. Hit Grant with it. And he laughs, and we all laugh. And that's the whole story. Anyway, I thought it was pretty funny. Deebo Samuel, if you don't know the history between me and him, he blocked me on Twitter 2 years ago, right before he got his big contract extension. Not because I said the Niners shouldn't give him one. I said they should give him one. I just said the Niners are going to play hardball with him. They did. Tried to give him some advice. He didn't like it. He blocked me. But now he's almost 28 years old, and it's funny what happens with professional athletes. As they get older, it seems like some of them seem to like me more or get me better. So maybe that's happening with Deebo Samuel, or maybe he just wanted me to get hit in the head by a basketball, in which case, fair play.
Did you get hit in the head?
No, I didn't get touched.
Okay, I got a question. I got some questions back because I love the story.
Yeah.
Has he ever used your name before?
No.
First time he used your name.
In fact, last year he was doing a group interview at his locker. I asked a question and he ignored it, like Eric Armstead. So I don't even ask Deebo questions anymore. It's like, you know what? To answer my questions, I don't need to ask you questions. But he used my name yesterday, so maybe he wants me to ask him questions. I don't know. Like George Kittle likes when I ask him questions. I don't know if he likes me, but he likes the interaction publicly because I think he thinks there's a good banter going there. And I think that was Deebo's attempt to start a banter with me. Or maybe he just wanted me to get hit in the head by a basketball. I don't know.
You know what I used to feel? Because, I was like you. A lot of people didn't like me when I walked into the locker room, the clubhouse, whatever. But after a while, as they grow up, they think, actually, Lowell, Grant, I can have fun with them. Certainly Harbaugh felt that way about us. I could have fun with these guys. They're not afraid of me. They'll come back, but they'll be polite, and we can have a good time. In addition, as they grow older, they realize, oh, I can use the media.
Right. First of all, it's not personal. It's not personal. I've taken shots at Deebo, but I take shots at every player. I take shots at Kyle Shanahan, the best players on the team. So it's not personal. And I could easily be your advocate. Easily.
And you do praise people.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's Jimmy Ward's entire epiphany. Like, I was really tough on Jimmy Ward for years. He was the first round pick who didn't live up to his draft status, couldn't find a position. I said it a lot. Finally, I was like, no, actually, I get it. He's an excellent safety. He can cover tight ends man to man. I get it. I'm sorry I was wrong. And he really appreciated that. And all of a sudden, me and him had a dialogue in the locker room and publicly. And I think Joe Staley gets it. Talanoa Hufunga's young. He gets it. Certain players get it. It's not Jim Harbaugh got it. It's not personal. It's entertainment.
Armstead doesn't get it.
No.
Doesn't get it.
No.
Maybe he will at some time.
It's personal between me and Armstead. I said when Armstead was going for his extension, I said they shouldn't give it to him. I said they should sign Jadeveon Clowney instead. In retrospect, that would have been a mistake. So he was right. On football terms, he was right. But why being wrong about football doesn't necessarily make me a bad person. Just saying. That's what the me and Armstead thing stemmed from. I try to get in the way of his money.
I got a story. I might have told it before. Remember when Jeffrey Leonard, the Hackman, used to play left field for the Giants?
Well, it was before my time, but I know who he is.
Okay. And everybody was afraid of him. They called him Penitentiary Face. And I didn't know him very well. And I was a little nervous around him. So I wrote a column saying that he wasn't really a good left fielder and he took bad routes to the ball. So I come into the Giants clubhouse early one morning and he says, hey, Lowell, come over here. And I thought, oh, my God, do I have to start? He's going to yell at me, I'm this and I'm that. But, I went over and he had my column taped to his locker.
Okay.
And he said, hey, listen, I saw what you wrote. He said, I think you're wrong, but I'm glad you wrote it because I want to prove you wrong. He
Ooh.
gave me a pen and he said, "Would you please sign it? And at the end of the season, we'll see." Iggy, I fell in love with him.
Oh my
And I
God.
love the hack man. I
That's the
love the hack.
coolest thing anyone could do.
Would you sign
Wow.
it? Yeah, and I signed
Sign
it.
it.
And after that, we became very friendly. And he was a good player, and I took back my words.
That's incredible. That's the
I
best story
never
I've ever heard.
I
I
never
wish
told
more
you that
athletes would
story?
have that kind of presence socially. I mean, they all have presence and poise on the field, but like that, like he was calm. He had his emotions in check. Instead
Yeah,
of saying, "Why would you say this?" He said, "No, I like
right.
it. I like it." And
I
to
like it.
show you how much I like it, would you autograph it for me, please? Let's
He
make it
honestly
official.
yeah, he honestly did that.
Wow. He must have
Now
been in his 20s.
yes, and had a reputation of being tough, and here he was so mature and
Right.
much more mature than I was.
Right.
Wouldn't you respect Armstead if he did something like that with you?
I'd respect anyone if they did something like that to me.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing I've heard. But I can't think of players doing things like that anymore. Sign this. No, they
Sign
go on
this.
social media and say, take his credential. Take his credential. Sorry. All right. Josh Wyatt says, I can see it now. The Niners cruise 37-13. Purdy posts a 120 rating, and the talking heads all say he still hasn't been tested, and it's not that impressive because the Eagles' defense is suspect. I could see it. What I do want to say with the Niners, sorry, real quick. If they win this game, if he plays well, that's great. But the real test comes in the postseason for the 49ers. Let's not forget that.
Okay, hold on. Sunday is a real test. I'm
It
not
is.
waiting. I'm not waiting for the playoffs. This is a big deal game. This is
It
the
is a big
biggest
game.
deal game so far in this league in the season.
No doubt.
Whoever wins is not going to win by that. That's 24 points.
24
No
points.
one's going to
I don't
win
see
this
it.
game by 20. Neither team is going to win. This is going to be a relentless, hard, physical struggle. This is going to be fighting for every yard, and I'm going to love every. It's like a pitcher's duel in baseball. It's for this game is for a connoisseur, Iggy.
I would agree. The only thing I'm saying is I know I've seen the Niners beat the Rams 6 times in a row and lose them in the playoffs. So if they win this game, yeah, they'll be the best team in the league now. But it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to win the Super Bowl because they have their own demons, their own Waterloos in the playoffs. But yeah, this is the biggest game of the regular season so far.
And
No
if they
question.
win this game in Philly, what a statement!
What a statement. Especially if it's 37-13. Crazy gaming says, have faith. Eagles haven't come up against a defense like the Niners healthy. The faithful, baby. Hey, that defense gives the Niners a chance every week.